is connected. 14 seconds in with a 35-second delay. Let me know when you see Honey I'm live. Okay, so I'm gonna wait a couple minutes and see who else would like to join Columbine Bedtime Stories. Tonight will be part 4. I will be reading chapter 2 in our family book, and it's my stepdad Dave Sanders as the husband. This is our family book. Dave Sanders, Columbine Teacher, Coach, and Hero, published by Ex Libris Corporation in 2004, which was the 5-year anniversary of Columbine shooting. It is available at Amazon.com, and I will put the link down below in the description. And we're going to read chapter 2. So it's a long chapter titled The Husband, so I may only read part of it and then do the other part next Monday. I want to show you I'm wearing the shirt. It's for the Dave Sanders Cross Country Invitational from 2017, which is still done annually. Hi, Bailey. So, chapter 2, The Husband. A new year, 1991, had dawned, and Linda Lou Strunk, a 40-year-old, 5'7", slender woman with curly brown hair and bright blue eyes, hadn't been on a date in a long time. Twice divorced, she was a bit leery of starting a new relationship, and she resisted friends' attempts to set her up on a blind date. Besides, she was happy with her life. She was working 12 hours a day for TPA Insurance, and her 2 daughters, Cindy and Connie, me, hi sissy, were grown up and out on their own. Linda was glad to get home each night to the small Lakewood apartment she shared only with her poodle Miranda, and wind down in front of the television. Thank you, Bailey. Concerned that Linda was working too hard and living the life of a recluse, her coworker Libby Brownell urged her to go out. Libby's mom, Sandy, worked as a bartender at the Columbine Lounge and Restaurant, a small neighborhood bar in the suburban strip mall, frequented by locals, many of them teachers at the nearby Columbine High School. "Meet me at the lounge some night. I'll introduce you to the regulars," Libby urged. She gave Linda the phone number and directions. One Friday night, Linda got up the courage, my mom, and drove into the parking lot of the strip mall where the Columbine Lounge was located. But when she got there, she saw 2 men arguing outside the bar. "This is just not for me. I'm not going in there. I'm going home," she thought. Linda turned around, stopped at nearby Safeway for a magazine and a candy bar, and went back home. But Libby begged her to give it another try, so several weeks later, on January 4th, 1991, Linda walked into the Columbine Lounge by herself. Tentatively, she came through the north entrance. Am I boring you, Bailey? See, bedtime stories, I'm making her tired. Linda walked into the Columbine Lounge by herself. Tentatively, she came through the north entrance and sat on the red bar stool closest to the door. The bar was packed, and Linda was uncomfortable. "I felt nervous and lost. I wasn't sure what I was doing there," Linda recalled. What are you doing? You need to get off, Mommy, please. She kept looking down at her watch and then glancing at the door, hoping Libby would arrive and rescue her. Her eyes were as big as saucers, and she looked like a scared little girl. Sandy, the bartender, remembered to make Linda feel more at ease. Sandy began introducing her to the regulars seated around the bar under the canopy of Coors and Colorado Rockies banners. "This is Dave, and Dave," Sandy said. And it wasn't a joke. There were 3 or 4 Daves on bar stools along the long, rectangular, black vinyl-covered bar that night. But it was the first Dave that met Linda. Dave Sanders, who caught her attention. Dave Sanders was alone at the bar, quietly drinking a Miller Lite. Dave watched as Linda sipped on her Bud Light while repeatedly looking eagerly toward the door. Finally, he asked, "Are you meeting someone here?" "I was hoping Libby would be here tonight," she answered. As she looked up at him, she couldn't help but notice his warm smile and his bright blue eyes. Slowly, they began talking, learning that each was raising daughters. "My daughter Angie is living with me, and she's the light of my life," Dave told Linda. He showed her photos of Angela, and his face lit up. "Hi, Angie. Love you, sis." They compared notes about the challenges of young female adults, which would have been me. And Linda was charmed by Dave's honesty and intelligence. As the conversation deepened, it seemed as if they were the only 2 people in the lounge. "By the time I got there, Linda was sitting next to Dave," Libby recalled. "She never went out with me again because she and Dave never were apart. He had this way of making everyone feel secure, making them feel good about themselves. His kindness was never ending. In all my time with Dave, his patience never wavered. He always was calm and just wonderful to be around," Libby said. Hi, Libby. Dave asked Linda to dance and stared into her blue eyes as the 2 moved slowly across the dance floor to the mellow rock music of the 1970s. He acted as though she were the only woman in the world. "You have beautiful eyes," he said as he held her in his arms. Around 10 p.m., Dave looked at the clock and said, "My daughter is at home now. I need to get home to her." Rather than being disappointed, Linda, "Hi, Mom," was impressed. She had never met a man so devoted to his child and honest about his responsibilities. He walked her to her car and asked if she'd go to the movies with him the following Tuesday. Linda eagerly agreed. Driving home, Linda felt almost giddy with excitement. Dave Sanders had electrified her senses, and she couldn't wait to see him again. What?
Just wanted to see who you're talking to.
Why?
Hi this, hi that, because
people in the book.
Oh, they're not showing up on my...
Well, Libby, I know Libby, who's mentioned in the book.
They're not showing up on my chat, and it's freaking me out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're talking to ghosts.
No, no, these... Well, okay, one ghost, Dave, but... No, I know Libby, who's in the book.
I just want to make sure we're synced.
Yes, we're fine. Why, nobody's watching?
Nobody named Libby or any of the other people you're thanking.
Okay, now I forgot where I was. Driving home, Linda felt almost giddy with excitement. Dave Sanders had electrified her senses, and she couldn't wait to see him again. When she arrived home each night, Linda's habit was to call her mom, Dorothy, who lived nearby in Denver, to check in. Linda was living alone in a small apartment in Lakewood, just a little north of the Columbine Lounge, and her mother worried about her. That night, Linda was breathless with excitement as she made the call to my grandma. "Mom, I met a great guy," Linda announced. "Where?" her mom asked. "At the Columbine Lounge," Linda answered. "You can't meet a great guy at a bar," my grandma Dorothy said. But Dorothy was wrong, and she gladly admitted it many times in the years to come. Linda indeed had met a great guy, her hero, in a bar. Dave was the son-in-law whom Dorothy had always dreamed about, the perfect man to make Linda happy, safe, and secure. The next Tuesday, Dave arrived at Linda's Lakewood apartment with a single long-stemmed red rose in hand. Linda's heart leapt at the sight of this kind and gentle man. They went to see Three Men and a Little Lady, and Dave asked, "May I hold your hand?" Oh my goodness. With her hand in his, Linda felt like a new person, comfortable and happy for the first time in a long while. After the movie, he drove her back to the apartment and said goodbye on the steps. Sorry, my heart's beating fast. They shared a kiss, and Dave asked, "May I call you again?" "Yes," Linda responded enthusiastically, as my mom could. After that first night, neither dated anyone else. It was a hard time in Linda's life as her sister Diana was dying of breast cancer. I miss my Aunt Diane. I love you if you're watching from heaven. Wow. Shortly after they started dating, Linda brought Dave to the hospital to meet Diana. After talking to Dave for a few minutes and observing how he and Linda interacted, Diana grabbed Linda's hand and whispered in her ear, "He's the one." Linda's other sister, Melody, agreed. "I love the twinkle he put in Linda's eye and the look of love that so many of us got to witness when they looked at each other. It was like a match made in heaven that was meant to be forever," Melody said, my aunt. Hi, Aunt Melody. On the day Diana died in May 1991, I was pregnant with my son, Tyler. Dave left school to be at Linda's side. From the time they met, he somehow sensed when she or one of her daughters needed support, and he came unbidden. Growing up in a household with two sisters who helped raise him, Dave had an intuitive knowledge of how to make a woman happy. He'd surprise Linda regularly with gifts of teddy bears, flowers, porcelain dolls, and Barbie dolls to add to her large doll collection. Hi, Mommy, I love you. Sorry, I have PTSD and I don't want to have a panic attack. This is a 10-page chapter, so I'm probably only going to read half of it. and continue next Monday, but I'm going to do my best to keep going. Severe PTSD is not to be messed with. Love everybody who has it, and big hugs to you. Okay. On Valentine's Day, he brought home the collector's Valentine Barbie dressed up in a pretty red dress with heart decorations, along with chocolate and flowers. On Halloween, there was the costumed Barbie, and often, just for surprise, the bridal Barbie. One time he found a 3-foot tall Barbie. He was so excited that he called everyone in the family to tell him. I remember that. Don't tell Linda about the doll. It's a surprise, he told her sister Melody. And he was a romantic. He kept every card Linda ever bought him in a file called Love. And Dave had a really tall file cabinet when I met him. He reminded me of a teenager and his first love, my Aunt Melody said. Linda liked to surprise Dave too. And one year after his team won a softball tournament, she gave him a dozen red roses. Whenever there was a big basketball game coming up, especially near holidays, Linda went to the area department stores, Foley, Sears, Montgomery Wards, in search of a Columbine blue tie for Dave to wear to the game. It was hard to find ties with blue and silver, especially with basketball themes, but I looked for them to surprise him, Linda said. In most high school sports, coaches dress in the team uniform, but in basketball, it's traditional for coaches to dress up for games. Dave always wore a dark blue jacket, white shirt, and one of his basketball ties, along with the inevitable blue polyester pants when his athletes were playing. If you looked in his closet, all you would see was Columbine High School blue, Linda said. Columbine, the Colorado state flower, is a soft blue wildflower that can be seen growing in the Rockies each summer. The high school, however, had chosen a deeper blue and silver as its school colors. We are Columbine, go Rebels. In 1991, Linda moved into the 2-story brown frame home in a suburban Littleton that Dave shared with his teenage daughter, Angela. Linda brought her nephew's antique piano, and they set it near the front door of the living room. Linda's family became Dave's family, and her daughters were welcomed with open arms. Linda's poodle, Miranda, became Dave's dog. Dave would roll over on the floor and encourage Miranda to follow. Over and over, Dave rolled until finally Miranda caught on and she learned to roll over and over because Dave Sanders would roll over on the floor to teach her. Great memories. Dave was the ultimate teacher. He could teach anybody to do anything, Linda said. Linda and Dave enjoyed driving the short distance from their home on Lake Place to the Columbine Lounge where they had met for dancing or just watching football, baseball, and basketball games. I think I'm going to go one more paragraph. I'm sorry, and then I need to stop. I don't need a panic attack.
Doing fine.
This is difficult for me to do, but
Doing fine.
It's healing in some way a little bit.
You're doing fine, babe.
Thank you, honey. Dave's spirit still graces the Columbine Lounge today. Hanging on the back wall of the lounge, there's a photo of Dave watching a ball game framed in the words, "A hero not to be forgotten."
You're okay. Keep going. Keep going.
Next to it hangs a gold plaque engraved with in loving memory of Dave Sanders,
Keep
teacher,
going.
coach,
Keep going.
hero, and friend.
You're fine.
A certificate thanking the Columbine Lounge friends for their contributions to the Dave Sanders Memorial Softball Field completes the display.
Don't let them see you cry. Keep going.
For 3 years after his death, the Columbine Lounge patrons sponsored a Dave Sanders Memorial car show
Good girl.
in the parking lot to benefit local charities.
You rock. Keep going. Come on. Come on.
Oh my God,
You're
this
fine.
next part, I don't know
You're
if
fine.
I can.
You can do it. You can do it. Deep breath. Deep breath. Come on. Come on. You have to do this.
Yeah. Oh. Dave was an excellent dancer,
Keep
and
going.
he loved to do the electric slide,
Keep going.
which he taught me.
Keep going. Come on.
He jumped on the dance floor, the only man among a group of women. Turning and clapping to the beat, he urged Linda to join him, but she never learned the steps. No other men dared to join the line either, were too intimidated by Dave's skill on the dance floor.
Come on. Come on.
However, Linda and Dave danced many other dances together, especially the country swing.
Come on. Come on. Keep going.
He taught me moves I didn't know I could do, Linda said as she swung me. I told him he'd better not let go, and he never did. Not with you standing there.
Keep going. Keep going.
Stop, I can forget where I leave off. Thank you. Watching Dave and Linda dance was like watching a one-person dance. They fit together perfectly and moved great together, recalled Julia Burnsat, Linda's niece. Hi, Julia. Love you. Sorry, I'm crying so Bailey's concerned. Okay. Thank you. She's worried I'm gonna have a panic attack, so she's jumping in. She's a great emotional support dog. Okay. Mommy's okay. Mommy's okay. Yes, mommy's okay. Thank you for licking my tears.
Come here, Goose.
She's alright.
Come on.
She's worried.
Come on.
Mommy's okay.
Come on. Come on, Goose. Come on.
Bailey's a great emotional support dog.
Come on, Gabriel. Come on. Come, Stevie. Come on, Cooper. Come on.
Thank you, baby girl.
All right. Lay down. Lay down.
Watching... Every Halloween, Dave and Linda dressed up to go to the costume party at the lounge. Dave's outfits included a doctor's coat and a stethoscope, a pinstripe suit and black hat, Roaring 20s style, and a t-shirt tuxedo. He was game for whatever Linda suggested. I think I'm gonna have to stop. My heart's pounding in my chest. Bailey's already alerted before a panic attack. She's a great emotional support dog. I have my camera perched on top of my Kleenex. I can normally only go 30 minutes and I'm at 24:45. Thank you so much for watching Journey to the Quiet with Cindy. Please subscribe. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I can earn a paycheck, and that would be great. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I know I'm up to 280, so I have a lot of new people. Thank you. Subscribe, it's free. You can hit the like button, comment down below any questions you have. You can share the video on Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media platform you have. Check out my husband's channel, We're the Smiths. Without his support and my dog Bailey, I don't think I'd be able to do bedtime stories. Next Monday, I will continue reading chapter 2, The Husband. Thank you very much for your time. This is healing for me, and it's helping me build courage and strength. Please take care of you and pray for peace on earth. Thank you very much. Take care and see you next Monday. Bye.